Went on, and as it went on and began to get worse, I began to think not only that I didn't feel like doing these things, but that they were totally overwhelming and ultimately quite terrifying to me. I thought, oh my God, I have to get up and I have to go to the corner and do something. And one of the things that I think people often don't say about depression, but which is obviously true, is that when you're in it, you know that it's ridiculous. You think, I've eaten lunch all my life. People mostly eat lunch. They do just fine with it. It's not so difficult. You're in the state in which you simply can't do the ordinary things that you've previously done. And then the anxiety set in. And anxiety is one of the components of depression. It tends to occur with it. And when the anxiety set in, I once said to someone, it was as though you were in that moment when you slip and trip, but before you actually hit the ground, that feeling of out-of-control terror, but instead of it lasting for a split second, it lasts day after day, week after week. You're just stuck in this feeling of being terrified of everything and not even knowing what it is that you're terrified of. It's just a feeling of this relentless, appalling fear. And it got worse and worse for me, and I found it harder and harder to do anything. And I had both experiences, which I think are now understood biologically, both the sense that something was sitting on top of me. There was something that was external to me that was creating all of these problems, and the sense that something had been removed from inside of me, that I just was no longer the person I had been who had done all of these other things. I would look at pictures I had sitting around, and they seemed like they were of somebody else's life.